What's going on, guys? Fearmaky here, bringing you another video. Let's get into it. Let's go deep and keep grinding out there, guys. Let's dive into the video. Let's go. Alright, guys, moving on to the next class. This one is the Demon Slayer, the Ranger build. This was the Season 11 meta build. So let's see how it does in Season 12. And let's dive into it and review the build. These are the items we went with. Pendant, Judge, Jury, and Executioner, Torch of Shadows, the RT XQC 4090, all physical damage, Slayer Jacket, Slayer Mitts, the Belt of Skulls, Demon Eye Ring, Bottle of Sake, and the Slayer Boots for the Dante's set bonus. Follower, we got Potency, Helm of the Dominator, and Shard of Elements. We are using the ranged Mercenary. That's the relic list. These are the talent choices we went with. These are the hero levels. We maxed out Ancient Power, Gut Ripper, and then maxed out Absolute Strength. And these are the mercenary talents. If you want an in-depth guide and explanation of how the build works and what we did, please refer back to the Season 11 meta guide build on the channel, and you will have more information there. All right, so let's put this build to the test for single target. It's like the attack speed is really slow. It's about 500 million. Single target. Let's lock the experience. Wormhole 300. Let's test it out. So 1.4 billion damage, trash clear. Very safe by playing the Bullet Storm build. I'm going to lose some time here, but I'm going to remove the gear. Too much clutter. Yikes. That did not go as planned. Alright, let's save this template. Demon Slayer. Let's reset the relics. Again, if we have a hard time surviving, we can go back to the mercenary, the melee mercenary that we have done with the other classes. And we might have to do that on the Demon Slayer. We'll see. That was my mistake. I'm playing bad there. I was trying to turn off the loot. Actually, let me lock the experience again. I forgot to do that. Let's make sure the loot's not showing. Okay, it's not. Good, good. Alright, we got the desert. Seems like the Bullet Storm hits are a little, it's like the animation's a little slower, if you ask me. I remember testing the Demon Slayer. The damage was consistent with it. It was the class that had the most consistent damage out of all of them while testing. Really squishy though. Let's reset the relics. We'll try one more. If we die, then we'll put on the defensive melee mercenary and swap up our talents to tweak it. Arcane beams, man. Let's go aggro everything first. Then bring them in.
Yes, I'm gonna do nothing but Satan farming.
Okay. Damage is consistent, but the survivability is so glass cannon that I don't think we'll be able to clear it just because we're playing scared.
Come on, Mackie man, go big or go home.
I'm trying. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have enough time to clear it.
That's good.
Just recording a video for HeroSiege right now. Revisiting season 11 meta builds. I got 4 classes to
Live
go.
or clipping?
Live. I'm live. Live. I'm gonna keep this footage in the video. I don't think we'll be able to make it, Marky. No way. I think if I tweak the hero levels with the follower, then I'll be able to play a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, let's do that.
Are you guys on the editor or live?
Recording live or using the local build that I had before previously.
Oh, the local editor?
With the local editor, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Okay.
Alright, so let's swap. Let's use the melee mercenary. Let's put the toughness gear on him. Merc. Load the template. There it is. Fucking thing always crashes when you swap a build. So let's see if he's geared out. Yeah, he is. Okay, good. Alright, so this is how you increase your toughness. We're at 316,000 health. Our mercenary is 1.6 million. We're going to swap up our talent points. Just pretty much remove him from strength. We will go back into the crit damage because we have so much crit on the Demon Slayer that we want that the crit damage for sure. Alright, so we went from 300,000 to roughly 730,000 health, and Mercenary has 5 million health. Let's just put in his talent points correctly. Alright, now let's go back in and try it. We are wormhole 300, so let's lock the experience. So we've done that to 11 classes already. Well, not to all of them. The Samurai was no need to tweak his survivability because they keep changing Omni Slash every day that who knows what it's going to end up being. You can see our damage burst is still 1.1 billion. But now we have a lot more survivability, allowing us to play a little bit more aggressive. Let's see how aggressive we can be before we die. But yeah, so not all the classes you have to tweak the follower and your hero levels, but some you do for season 12. So actually going into more survival, you can see it allows us to play more aggressive. We're actually dealing a lot more damage as a result of that, because we're not getting one shot by every little mechanic anymore. As I said, I will be creating a separate guide specifically on Survive in Season 12. But the experienced guys will be able to gather from this review already what to do. You guys will as well. But I'll go more in depth into it, and we're going to pull out all the items in the game that can maximize the survivability on the follower and yourself. Like the Swami Perkele shield being one of the best survival shields in the game. Put that on your follower and your health just skyrockets. Or your survivability skyrockets. The mercenary's health goes up. Yeah, so the biggest change is going from the ranger mercenary, I thought I had locked the experience, to the melee mercenary. Let's go aggro the other mobs. Forgot one mob all the way there, top. Let's go kill him so we don't waste time. Got that, he had almost no hit points. So the clear speed is tight, but at least we're surviving and we're able to push it. There we go. So we cleared it. I think we had a bar and a half left. Let's reset the damage meters and let's see the single target damage. It should be at the 1.2 billion still. Hopefully we don't get one shot by the boss. No, so the boss damage is very low compared to some of the other classes. Helmet stuck on the boss. But you can see, I mean, even if we don't end up killing him, our survivability is through the roof. With the other build, we would have died already so many times. Go up to 240 million on boss single target damage. Yeah, not bad. Alright, so in my opinion, the Season 11 meta build for the Demon Slayer is still viable, still works. Obviously, there's stronger builds out there for Season 12, as we've seen. The melee build is really strong. We're going to be testing that and finding out the most optimal setup for it. But for now, Season 11 meta is still viable, still deals a lot of damage, and you're still able to push wormholes. You might reach a ceiling, probably. Actually, you won't, because the more hero levels you get, the higher you go. By the time you reach wormhole 300 in the season, you're going to be above hero level 200. You know, assuming you're playing that much and you're grinding. So it'll keep scaling. So the build definitely works still. Again, refer to the Season 11 meta guide if you want further in-depth explanation on how the build works and why we did what we did. But that has been the Season 11 meta review on the Demon Slayer, guys. Take care. See you in the next class. Alright guys, we're back with another class. This time we're going to be testing out the Paladin class, the Shockadin build, the Season 11 meta build. These are the talents we went with on Season 11. This is the gear. Everything is lightning. Remember, if you want an in-depth explanation on how the build works, please refer to the Season 11 meta guide build for the Shockadin. And you guys will get a lot of information there and explanation as to why we did what we did and the reasoning behind it. But for now, we're just reviewing the build and testing it, just to let you guys know if it's still viable for Season 12 or not. Okay. Bottle of sake is on for 5 seconds. It looks like they did fix the Shockadin. They were doing 500 million damage. Single target. That's pretty different than what we tested before. Alright, let's lock the experience. Let's go ahead into wormhole 300. And let's see how the Shockadin does. Oh, almost got one shot already. Yeah, I don't think the Shockadin or anything with the Pally this season is going to be viable until they fix him. But we will have to go into the melee mercenary here immediately. This is just a glass cannon. Almost dying here. Taking so much damage. While you guys watch this 1 second. All right, so that's not gonna work. Can you hear me, Marky?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Paladin Shockadin build is not good. Let me see here. Let's let me put on the melee guy and tweak the build. Save and exit. Let's do the melee toughness loadout. Yikes.
There is no room for weakness.
Okay, did not work. Okay. For some reason I can't load the build on the editor for the Paladin. There we go. I think it finally worked.
Tonight, we dine in hell.
Yeah, it did. Okay. Alright, so let's tweak the talents for survivability. Attack speed, we're at 5.8. We do have to keep the breakpoint for attack speed though. 496. 5. There we go. Crit damage. Yeah, we want to max out crit damage because we've got pretty good crit chance. Then go the rest into health. Okay. Now let's reset. We need to put a point in each tree. And let's try this again. With the tweak. Yeah, to me, the Paladin in Season 12, man, got the biggest nerf out of all the classes. Dead. We got stunned and deleted there.
There is no room for weakness.
Alright, well, let's reset the relics to make sure we have the best possible outcome.
With the hand of God, I will smite thee.
Okay, we have it. Excuse me. Let's see how we do here. Hey, I'm back. Talking about it here. So the clear speed on him, I mean, we are using the cheese bench strat here. Looks like he is dealing a lot of damage. AoE. Let's get off the bench. Yeah, man, making the tweak from the mercenary, from the ranger to the melee guy, with the change in hero levels into survivability, it's a huge difference. Let's kill this guy here quick, so we can go back there hopefully and kill the rest. Arcane beams are just so stupid though. It's like 30,000 arcane beams, man. Yeah, look at that. Crazy. Well, if you do get the sanctuary, just get on the bench and cheese it, guys. There's no way you can survive just 30 beams. Yeah, still not viable though, still can't clear the map no matter what. So there's the verdict on the Paladin, man. The Shockadin Paladin. We'll have to see if there's a new build for season 12 meta. But for speed clear farming on the maps, let's turn it to difficulty 5. Should still be viable. Yeah, for map clear, absolutely viable. But it's a very expensive build just to do Inferno 5 map clear. But you can clear it with other gear as well. You don't need the meta gear to clear it. But yeah, really strong still for Inferno 5 speed farming.
Alright, have fun. I'm gonna go to bed. See you in 6 hours time.
Alright, Mark, you will see you tonight, man. Let's try to do Sung Lee with it. Since we already discovered the void portal here. Let's see if we can kill Sung Lee with the Paladin. Oh, I don't have enough currency on this. I never gave it to myself, so that's fine. We're going to end it here. We'll move on to another class. Anyways, that's been the Paladin review, guys. In my opinion, we'll go back in it quick.
The Hammerdin?
I'm going to do the Hammerdin now. But in my opinion, the Shockadin. In my opinion, the Shockadin Season 11 meta is viable only for Inferno 5 farming. It's not viable for end-game wormhole pushing. Does not deal enough damage. But there's not that many options with the Paladin. You either go Shockadin or you go Hammerdin. And we provided the feedback to Wooksy when we were testing it 3 weeks ago. And we told him the Paladin needed an immense buff. Like, we're talking 500% buff across the board. Hammerdin even needing as high as 1800% damage increase. It looks like he did tweak the Shockadin a little bit. But it's still not enough to be competitive at in-game wormhole. But there's the verdict on the Paladin Season 11 meta. And I don't think Season 12 meta builds is going to make much of a difference. But I have yet to test it. So take that for what you will. I'll see you guys on the next video. We'll be testing the Hammerdin next. Take care. Alright guys, we're back with the Paladin. This time we're going to be testing out the Season 11 Hammerdin build during the Season 12. And let's see how it pairs up here. So these are the items we went with for last season. Again, if you wanted an in-depth explanation on how the build works and why we did what we did, please refer to the Season 11 Hammerdin meta build, and you guys will get a lot more information in that in-depth guide. For now, we're just revisiting the class and the build to see how it is in Season 12. Alright, let's test it out now. Bottle of sake is expiring in 3 seconds. It's 200 million. It's not good at all. Let's build up again and we won't auto attacks. I remember you can, if you're trying to attack, you'll interrupt your cast, and you don't want to be doing that while trying to get the most damage with the Paladin. I mean, you won't even be able to auto attack. It's like without the auto attack, we're doing less. Okay, so let's try it while we're holding down auto attack. Yeah, you can only cast, or yeah, it won't auto attack either, even if you wanted to. But for some crazy reason, the damage goes higher. I don't know. Alright, 220 million damage. Let's lock the experience. And let's test out the wormhole. I doubt we're going to be able to do anything here. The Paladin is really weak this season. I have multiple people message me and complain about it. I've messaged the devs and they haven't said anything. Actually, no, I take that back. Wooksy did say that he acknowledges that the Paladin is weak right now, and they are going to be buffing it and tweaking it. So let's see what happens here in the next week or so. Right now it's March 18th. It's already the 3rd week in the season. 3 weeks and 2 days, right? Or the 2nd day into the 3rd week. And let's see, they have yet to receive an update. Yeah, the damage is really weak on the Pally, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they destroy the Paladin.
I wish there was a Necromancer build.
There is. We're gonna get to that, but yeah.
I mean, I really like the Necro, but they seem to always break them.
Alright, so we'll use the melee mercenary. We'll change up the hero levels. Crit chance is not that high, so we're just gonna go with ancient power. And we're gonna max out our life. Let's go reset our relics and let's see how we do with the melee mercenary. I'm doing this so that way you guys can still have an option to run the Paladin old meta build if you like. And you know, I'm doing this with all the classes because it is a season 12 meta setup by going with the melee mercenary and making sure that his talents are correct, so he gives you the toughness that you need in order to deal damage. So that's the only thing that's really changing from the season 11 meta. But in my opinion, it's still not viable for pushing in-game wormholes. The Paladin all around, all the specs. Shockadin is good for Inferno 5 clear. I'm sure the Hammerdin will be as well. We'll test it. But there's so many other good options for that. Well, let's try to round everything up now that we do have more health and we can be a little bit more aggressive. I do love the hammer spinning, man. I wish they would bring them back. It was such an amazing build for season 11. One of the strongest builds in the season for sure. Now it can't even break 500 million. What's sad is, this is where Wooxie and the devs want the tuning to be for all the classes. They want the classes to be dealing 300 million to 500 million damage. You know, that's what they've said to me multiple times. So any class doing above that damage technically is unbalanced, I guess, in their eyes. And they're trying to, you know, their hardest to keep it at that. But obviously we find builds that always push billions of damage. You know, assuming that most of them are AoE damage. But yeah, I have yet to see a class push a billion damage single target. I have not tested all of the classes for season 12 meta, and have not tested a Demon Slayer melee build, which I know is really strong because it's double dipping on the armor break. Again, that's, you know, that's unintentional. Whether, because they've clearly said that they don't want breaks or any type of breaks to stack. But if you equip the Satan's armor set to apply the armor break with the force, you can double dip on the armor break. And they've been allowing that now for 3 weeks. So they took the time to somehow completely destroy the Samurai and the Omni Slash. But yet they did not take the time to fix the armor break on the Satan Chalice and force double dip stacking. Which makes a lot of classes and builds really strong. And oh, the lag is so much with the hammers, it's like unplayable. You know, by the time I get to test all the classes out, know that the season's going to be deep into the season, like 5 weeks already in. You know, it'll be too late to change it at that time, right? And to tweak stuff. But I wish they'd take the time to balance the obvious already. And not break what was, to me, was in a good spot. The Samurai was in a very good spot. I don't think it was overpowered or unbalanced at all. With the exception of the dodge stacks. That, yes, needed to be fixed. I wasn't aware that it wasn't intentional. But they fixed that. You know, they removed the dodge stack capping. Because every class should have the same survivability ratio. But messing around with the Omni Slash, I don't know. It seems like they broke it even further now, where the Samurai is just immune to all damage, as you guys have seen on the test. Hopefully they'll get it together. But yeah, Paladin unplayable. Just like with the Plague Doctor. Lagging, deals no damage anymore.
Plague Doctor? I thought Plague Doctor was really strong.
No, I mean the season 11 meta build with the Steve Sickles set. Yeah, but the Plague Doctor is really strong for season 12. Yeah, so we're gonna stop wasting time here. We're gonna end it here. Let's test out the map clear for you guys, so that way we give it even review on all the classes. Yeah, so Inferno 5 clear. Map clear still pretty good. Yeah, not bad. Anyways, that has been the Season 11 Hammerdin meta review during Season 12. So in my opinion, I don't think it's viable anymore at all. But it's not that the build is not viable. It's the class is completely undertuned. Because if you guys remember, Season 11, the Paladin was the most balanced class equally across the board. And Wooxie and the devs did an amazing job with it. And I said it multiple times and I'll say it again. The Paladin, you could go the Shockadin build on the Justiciar tree and do amazing damage and push endgame wormholes and be just fine. You could also do the Hammerdin build and push endgame wormholes and be just fine. So you had two great options, which not all the classes, many of the classes, over probably 13 classes could not say that. You know, it was either you go one tree and that was it, the other tree was awful, or you mix and match, or you couldn't deal any damage. The Paladin, you actually had two variables. You want to go Hammerdin, go. If you want to go Shockadin, go. You'll do just as much damage. Now comes Season 12. In my opinion, the Paladin of Season 12 is at the very bottom of the tier list when it comes to classes as far as damage and balance. They need to go back to the Paladin and add the damage back in. And then if they do, maybe the Hammerdin build and the Shockadin build that we have for Season 11 will be viable again, as it should be. But we'll be testing the new seasonal set and the new items with it, and we'll let you guys know more. But I doubt the talents is going to scale much further with new gear. But that has been my opinion and review on the Paladin. We'll see you guys on the next class. Take care. Alright guys, we're going to be reviewing the Samurai Season 11 meta build during Season 12. And let's see if it's still viable. Season 11 we went with Shadow Clone, Live by the Sword, Blade Barrier, Omni Slash. The items we went with: Pendant of Eternity, Judge during Execution, a Rainbow, Kogra Sumaru Force, Assassin's Mitts, Monkey Skin Belt, Demon Eye Ring, Bottle of Sake, and Assassin Shadow Boots. As usual, if you guys want further explanation on how the build works and an in-depth guide on it, please refer to the Season 11 meta guide video and you guys will understand exactly how it functions. Alright, for now we're just going to be testing it and reviewing it to see how viable it is still for Season 12. So that's all set. Let's do a damage test on the dummy. Let's see what we get to with 10 seconds of Bottle of Sake. 5 seconds left. So we're up to 1.1 billion, 1.2 billion damage. Pretty good. I'd say it's still functioning, still works. There has been some crazy changes with Omni Slash in the last couple of days. But let's see how we do in the wormhole. So we are wormhole 300. Let's lock our experience because we don't want to keep leveling. And remember, if we die or we have an issue surviving, then we'll tweak the follower like we have done with the other classes, so we can increase our survivability. I'm not sure about this Omni Slash change, honestly. It's now you don't move anywhere, you just stay in one place, and then sometimes you can move invisible. Like, it doesn't flow. Kafini, they say they're going to change the visualization of it, but like I feel like I'm stuck right now. I can't do anything.
Now I tried the damage effect, but it doesn't work on the samurai, so don't bother.
Okay. This is really awkward what they've done to Omni Slash. Instead of bouncing to the target, you just stay in one place. And it say it's supposed to lock onto the closest target, but it's not. Yeah, they need to rework this whole talent altogether. If the initial design wasn't as intended, and it's been like that for many seasons, they should have done something better with it, I think, if you ask me. Oh, shit. I'm probably going to die here. I can even see where my character is when I proc Omni Slash now. Let me reset the damage meters so we see the actual true damage here. Now, I wonder if we become invulnerable while Omni Slashing out. It looks like our character fades out of existence.
If it does, it'll be another overpowered skill, man.
I think
So
it
you
is.
just-
Because look, my dodge stacks are not moving. And I'm able to move around while being invisible. As long as I hold the button down. Look at that. I'm blocking everything in. Yeah. So once you trigger the animation that you can move around freely, just never let go of the button. And you're pretty much a stealth ninja. They just need to fix the skill and balance it out. It's not fun anyways, but we'll see how this works. I'm not really positive that I am immune to all damage, but so far my dodge stacks have not removed. But now I am stuck. So it looks like when you get close, it does get stuck sometimes, but not really sure about it.
In the first place, why are they even targeting Samurai, man? The Demon Slayer is the most rigged character.
Yeah, maybe because I'm the single guy only making content for it in video, and they see the Samurai performing really well, and they think like, yeah, we gotta nerf it. I'm not sure, honestly. But I agree with you, yeah, the Demon Slayer is really strong. And yet, they're not doing anything about it. Still pretty insane, the damage. I mean, 1.2 billion for trash clear as well. And like I said, I think I am immune to damage, man. I haven't taken a single hit of damage. And I'm not letting go of the button on Omni Slash. There, we were able to clear it.
So if it makes you immune, right, all you need is just a macro to spam all your skill. Once you reach the boss, you just
Well, you
pop on
can't
your
macro the game. It's against the terms of service. You can auto cast,
Yeah.
but as long as you auto cast, you're fine. You know, you auto cast and you're infinitely spamming the abilities, which is what I'm doing, and you pretty much become immune.
Okay, let me rephrase. Yes, so once you reach the boss, you just auto cast everything, and then you go for a cup of tea, come back and get the boss done.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean,
It's like,
I'm just standing here now for the test to
I mean,
see.
it's like you know, like your white mage, the thing, you just take benediction, go for a nice cool cup of tea, come back, and then boom, one shot the boss.
Okay, so I think they broke the samurai even further, and I'll keep this in the video as footage as well. But yeah, I was 100% immune to damage the entire run. Didn't take a single point of damage, and I was able to move around stealth the entire time. And we were able to delete the boss at 700 million damage. So the build is still viable. Still very strong. So if you are able to get a hold of these items and max them out, of course it is 115% quality, but you guys do not have to have 115% quality. It could be 100% quality or 99 maxed out, and it will still be viable. The 115 doesn't really give you much more damage. Yes, it will add extra talents to some of the items, but you can deal with it. It'll still be good, believe me. Again, this has been the Samurai Season 11 meta build review from last season. The Evasive Slasher. This is the talent choices here we went with. And I'll do a Season 12 guide as well and build after I test it with the new items and new sets and see. but this has been the build for Season 11. And it works, and you guys have seen. Truck's content does 1.2 billion damage, single target. Really strong still. Obviously, you need these items to actually make it work and be effective. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, we're back with another class. This time we're going to the good old White Mage Season 11 meta build. We're going to be reviewing the class and seeing how it performs. And we'll go with that. These are the talents we went with: Healing Zone, Soul Spurn, and I'm sorry here, Restless Spirits and Black Mass. For the gear, we went with Stone of Jordan, Harlequin Crest, all magic damage, Moon Shard, Sovereignty, Grand Wizard's Robe, Arcane Bastion, Soul Braces, Viper Skin Belt, Kodo's Wedding Band, Wizard Potion, and Arcane Marches. The follower, Poison Ivy, the bucket for the XP, and Shroud of Elements. This is the relic list. These are the talents. As usual, if you wanted an in-depth guide explanation on how the build works, how it functions, please refer to the Season 11 White Mage Meta Guide, and you guys will get an in-depth explanation there. But we're going to be revisiting it here and seeing how it works. So the White Mage is unique, where you have to toggle on your Dark Oath aura. And then you toggle back on Black Mass. That way the aura stays around you and it deals free damage. The Soul Spurn, there's two of them. One comes from the gloves, one comes from your talent. We're using the one from the talent. Okay, it's just as a filler. What deals most of the damage is going to be the Dark Oath. Ticking with the curse. And let's see how it deals, how it works this season. Alright, let's test it out. So almost 400 million staying there steadily. Yeah, so 400 million damage. That's not bad. The devs want the classes to all be at roughly the same damage range in the season. So in their eyes, I guess it's considered pretty balanced, which means the build still works. But let's put it to the test on Wormhole 300. Let's see how the White Mage does. We did swap out. Oh, let me go back. I have to put on the Dark Oath here. There's a lot of setup with the White Mage when you start a Wormhole, because it allows you to toggle on an aura and then put on another skill on your action bar. But what I was trying to say is well, what's with the lag? My God. Man, the White Mage not optimized at all. Like, we don't even have, we got 3 mobs on the screen. Let me get out of that area. But we used to use the Thinking Cap for the increased mana pool, and also to provide the mana shield for survivability. But we came to the realization that the Harlequin Crest Helm yielded more damage because, well, first of all, the mana shield last season, when the Thinking Cap was broken, it wasn't working, which is the reason why we swapped out of it. It wasn't as effective for me anyways, because you were either dead or alive. So I opted to swap out of it and go after the Harlequin Crest for way more damage. Well, let's see how we do here. I'm going to try to round everything up again. So far, the survivability has been okay. I mean, the White Mage has always been really tanky, especially when you put the Mana Shield, the Thinking Cap on. And the Arcane Bastion Shield gives you a lot of toughness as well. Yeah, I think when we pull all these mobs in, it's going to be unplayable. Oh, 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 oh. We're gonna get stuck there on those trees and not be able to get out. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to clear it in time. I don't think so. Yeah, maybe if we can get them all together in a ball, and then the curse keeps ticking them all down. Ooh, almost got one shot there. Wow. This whole season 12, the survival, or lack of survival, what they've done to the classes, man, not really fond of it. I've said that multiple times. But I think with the little tweak that we do with the hero level and swapping from the ranger to the melee mercenary, I think the white mage might be unkillable, which is something the devs does not want. But we're already surviving without it. Yeah, we do not have enough damage to clear wormhole 300 at hero level 200 with the season 11 meta build, so we're gonna have to change things up. Hopefully there are the new set, the new options make it worth to actually clear it, but definitely still tanky in survival. Let's test the King Garden. Let's try to see if it's still viable for Inferno 5 farming. Yeah, everything gets one shot still. I think the best place to test is inside the boss stage. There's so many elites and mobs here. Just run through the mobs without getting stuck on them. Yeah. The clear is still insane with the white mage. The only thing stopping us is freaking the boxes and the layout of the map. But insane damage still, look at that. Yeah, really good still. Yeah, so for farming, Inferno 5 speed clears, insane. You just run. The only thing that's going to stop you is obstacles in your way. Yeah, everything just dies. Oh, I forgot to toggle on the curse. That's the thing though, you have to keep toggling on the curse back and forth each time you switch a stage. I hope they had changed that, but they never did. But anyways guys, that has been the review on the season 11 meta guide for the white mage. Not viable for wormhole in my opinion, pushing, but it is viable for Inferno 5 speed clear map farming for sure to get your currency. So I hope this has helped you guys. And again, if you want an in-depth explanation on how the build works and what we did, please refer to the season 11 meta guide video that I have. You guys check out the channel, go to the playlist, and you guys can see all the builds there, okay? Enjoy, we'll see you guys on the next class.